Hello everyone, this is Asra Sultana, Assistant Professor in Triple Department working in ISL Engineering College. I am taking the subject Power Systems 2 for Triple third year students. So first unit we have completed in the previous classes. Okay. So today's class I am going to start with the second unit. Second unit consists of symmetrical faults. Under this we are having various subtopics. So first one is use of per unit quantities in power systems. Then advantages of per unit system, symmetrical three-phase faults, transients in RL series circuits, short circuit currents, reactance of synchronous machines, symmetrical fault calculations, short circuit capacity of bus. Okay, so these are the various topics of the second unit. Let us see per unit representation. So sometimes it is more convenient to represent the value of current, voltage, impedance, power in per unit. Okay, rather than in amperes, volts, ohms and kilowatt. So this will be helpful more for three-phase systems. So in a large interconnected power system with various voltage levels and various capacity equipments, so it has been found quite convenient to work with per unit system of quantities for analysis purposes rather than in absolute values of quantities. So instead of representing this current voltage, impedance, power in amps, volts, ohms and kilowatts, we are representing them in per unit PU. PU is per unit quantity. Okay. So what we are telling here that so in a large interconnected power system which is having more number of voltage levels and various capacity equipments, so it is quite convenient to work with per unit system of quantities for analysis purpose rather than in absolute values. So sometimes percent values are also used instead of per unit, but it is always convenient to use per unit values. Per unit value of any quantity. Per unit value of any quantity can be defined as actual value of the quantity in any unit divided by base or reference value in the same unit. So actual value by base value will be a per unit value of for any quantity. Okay. So what is per unit value? Per unit value is defined as actual value of the quantity in any unit divided by base or reference value in the same unit. So in electrical engineering, three basic quantities are voltage, current and impedance. Okay, so these are the three basic quantities. If we choose any two of them as a base or reference quantity, then third one automatically will have a base or reference value. So if we are choosing any two of them as base value or reference value, then third one will be the third one automatically will have a base or reference value depending upon other two. That is, if voltage and current are the base voltage and base current, then base impedance will be fixed and it is given by Z is equal to V by I. Ratings of the equipments in a power system will be given in terms of operating voltage and capacity in kilovolt ampere. Therefore, it is found convenient and useful to select voltage and kilovolt ampere as the base quantities. So we are taking voltage and kilovolt ampere as the base quantities. Let VB is the base voltage and KVAB is the base kilovolt amperes. Then V per unit is V actual by VB. V per unit is V actual by VB and base current will be K kilovolt ampere B into 1000 by VB and per unit current is actual current by base current, that is actual current by base current will be what KVAB into 1000 into VB. So this is base impedance will be given as base voltage by base current, that is VB square by KVAB into 1000. Per unit impedance is actual impedance by base impedance. Actual impedance is Z into KVAB into 1000 by base impedance is VB square or Z into MVAB by KVB square. So these are the values of base current, base impedance, per unit impedance. All of you make a note down of this. So this means that per unit impedance is directly proportional to base kVA and inversely proportional to square of the base voltage. Normally, per unit impedance of various equipments corresponding to its own rating voltage and kVA are given. And since we choose one common base kVA and voltage for the whole system, therefore, it is desired to find out the per unit impedance of the various equipments corresponding to the common base voltage and kVA. If the individual quantities are Z per unit old, Z per unit old and kVA old and V old, and the common base quantities are Z per unit new, kVA new, and V new. Then making use of the relation, we can find out Z per unit new as Z per unit old into kVA new by kVA old into V old by V new whole square. This is a very important relation used in power system analysis. Per unit impedance of equipment corresponding to its own rating is given as Z per unit is equal to IZ by V. Z is the absolute value of impedance of the equipment. So it is seen that per unit representation of impedance of an equipment is more meaningful than its absolute value. So saying that impedance of a machine is 10 ohms does not give any idea regarding the size of the machine. For a large size machine, 10 ohms appears to be quite large. So whereas for small machines, 10 ohms is very small. Whereas for equipments of same general type, per unit volt drops and losses are in the same order regardless of size. With per unit system, there is less chance of making mistake in phase and line voltages. Single phase or three phase quantities, it can be anything. Also, per unit impedance of the transformer is same, whether it is referred onto primary or secondary side of the transformer, which is not the case when considering absolute value of these impedances. So let the impedance of the transformer refer to primary side is ZP and that on the secondary side is ZS. Then ZP equal to ZS into VP by VS square, where VP and VS are the primary and secondary voltages of transformer. Z per unit is given as ZP IP by VP, that is equal to ZS into VP by VS square, IP by VP, that is equal to ZS into VP IP by VS square, or Z is equal to ZS into VS IS by VS square, that is ZS IS by VS, or ZS per unit. So here it is clear that per unit impedance of transformer refer to primary side, Zp per unit is equal to per unit impedance of the transformer refer to secondary side, Zs per unit. So this is the great advantage of per unit system of calculation. Base values in a system will be selected in such a way that per unit voltages and currents are approximately unity. Sometimes base kVA is chosen equal to the sum of the ratings of various equipments on the system or equal to the capacity of the largest unit. The different voltage levels in a power system are due to the presence of transformers. So, procedure for selecting base voltage is as follows. Voltage corresponding to any part of the system would be taken as a base, and the base voltages in other parts of the circuit separated from the original part by transformers is related to the turns ratio of the transformers. So, this is very important. Say if the base voltage on primary side is VPV, then on the secondary side of the transformer base voltage will be VSB. VSB is equal to VPV NS by NP, where NS and NP are the terms of the transformer on secondary and primary side respectively. So it is convenient to represent the value of voltage, current, impedance, power in per unit rather than in amps, volts, ohms, kilowatt. So it is a unitless. Per unit will not have any units. Ratio of same dimension. Per unit value is the ratio of actual value to a reference value. A per unit is equal to A actual by A base. Okay, per unit will be actual value by base value. Sometimes per unit quantity is mentioned as percent quantity by multiplying a factor of 100. So A per unit is equal to A actual by A base. I per unit is I actual by I base. V per unit is V actual by V base. S per unit is S actual by S base. Z per unit is Z actual by Z base. R per unit is R actual by Z base. Z X per unit is X actual by Z base. So if any two of the I, V, Z or S is known, remaining two can be fixed automatically. Z is equal to V by I, or Z base is equal to V base by I base. ZB is equal to VB by IB. ZB is VS square, VB square by SB. Z per unit is V per unit by I per unit. S per unit is V per unit into I conjugate per unit. Per unit calculations. A key problem in analyzing power system is the large number of transformers. So it is very difficult to continually have to refer impedances to the different sides of transformers. So this problem will be avoided by normalization of all variables. So per unit calculations are more helpful in calculating the values of the transformers. Okay students. This normalization is known as per unit analysis. Quantity in per unit is equal to actual quantity by base value of the quantity. Per unit values for transformer impedance, voltage and current are identical when referred to the primary and secondary. So no need to reflect impedances from one side of the transformer to the other. Transformer is a single impedance. Okay. Per unit values for various components will lie within a narrow range regardless of the equipment rating. Per unit values clearly represent the relative values of the circuit quantities. Many of the ubiquitous scaling constants will be eliminated, ideal for computer simulations. So let us see the procedure how to convert the per unit conversion. Okay, single phase. So pick a single phase volt ampere base for the entire system SB. Pick a voltage base for each different voltage level UEB. Voltage bases will be related by transformer turns ratio. Voltages are line to neutral. Third one is calculate the impedance base, that is ZB is equal to VB square by SB. Then calculate the current base, IB is equal to VB by ZB. Convert actual values to per unit values. So we have to make a note here that per unit conversion will affect magnitudes, not the angles. Also, per unit quantities no longer have units, that is a voltage is 1 per unit, not 1 per unit volts. Okay, as I said earlier, there are no units of for any quantity, whether it is voltage, current or impedance or whatever. No units. Only if you are finding out voltage, then it is 1 per unit only, not 1 per unit volts. So this point is clear to everyone, I hope. Per unit solution procedure. First is convert to per unit, but if they are not already converted, but usually many problems will be converted into per unit. If they are not converted, then convert it into per unit. Second is solve the problem. Third is convert back to actual as necessary. So let us see the numerical based on this per unit calculation. Solve for the current, load voltage and load power in the circuit shown below using per unit analysis with an SB of 100 MVA and voltage base of 8 kilovolt, 80 kilovolt and 16 kilovolt respectively. So this is the original circuit having the ratio here 1 is to 10, 5 is to 1. This is a J 1 J ohm, J 24 ohm, J 1 ohm, 10 ohm. Voltage is 8 angle 0 kilovolt here. So ZB left, middle and right we are calculating here. So ZB left will be equal to 8 square kV square by 100 MVA. Z is equal to so base voltage by base current will be base impedance, that is VB square by kVAB into 1000 will be the base impedance value. So that is 8 square kV square by 100 MVA is 0.64 ohms. ZB middle is 80 square kilovolt square by 100 MVA 64 ohms. ZB right will be 16 square kV square by 100 MVA 2.56 ohms. So this is the same circuit diagram of this one. We are converting it and expressing it in per unit quantity. So per unit example, okay, I will be equal to 1.0 angle 0 divided by 3.91 plus J 2.327, that is 0.22 angle minus 30.8 per unit. VL is equal to 1 angle 0 minus 0.22 angle minus 30.8 into 2.327 angle 90 degrees. So when you solve this, VL will be equal to 0.859 angle minus 30.8 degree per unit. SL will be equal to VL IL conjugate. Conjugate means what? Plus is there means you take it as minus. Okay. That is VL square by Z 0.189 per unit. SG is equal to 1.0 angle 0 into 1.22 angle 30.8, that is 0.22 angle 30.8 degree per unit. So to convert back to actual values, we have to multiply the per unit values by their per unit base. So VL actually is equal to 0.859 angle 30.8 into 16 kilovolt will give us the actual value, that is 13.7 angle minus 30.8 degree kilovolt. SL actual will be 0.189 angle 0 into 100 MVA, that is 18.9 angle 0 MVA. SG actual is 0.22 into 0.22 angle 30.8 degree into 100 MVA, that is 22 angle 30.8 degree MVA. IB middle 100 MVA by 80 kilovolt, that is 1250 amps. I middle actual is 0.22 angle minus 30.8 degree into 1250, that is 275 angle minus 30.8 degree ampere. Let us see another problem. A 5 kVA 400 by 200 volts 50 hertz single phase transformer has the primary and secondary leakage reactance each of 2.5 ohms. Determine the total reactance in per unit. SB is given as 5000 volt ampere. Primary base voltage VB1 is 400 volts. Secondary base voltage VB2 is 200 volts. X1 is equal to X1 plus A square X2. A will be equal to N1 by N2, that is 400 by 200. It is given in the question, that is equal to 2. X1 is equal to X1 plus A2 square, A square X2, that is 12.5 ohms. X per unit is X actual by XZ base. ZB1 is VB1 square by SB, that is 32 ohms. X per unit is X actual by AZ base, that is 12.5 by 32, 0.3906 per unit. X1 per unit is X1 by ZB1, X2 per unit is X2 by ZB2. Let us see the three phase per unit procedure. So procedure is similar to that of single phase except that we use a three phase volt ampere base and use line to line voltage bases. So first one is PK 3 phase volt ampere base for the entire system, SB 3 phase. PK voltage base for second one is PK voltage base for each different voltage level, that is voltages are line to line here. Third one is calculate the impedance base, that is ZB equal to, all of you note down this formula is ZB equal to VB square line to line divided by SB 3 phase equal to root 3 VB line to neutral square divided by 3 into SB single phase equal to VB ln line to neutral square divided by SB single phase. So exactly the same impedance basis as with single phase using the corresponding single phase volt ampere base and voltage base. Fourth point, calculate current base IB. IB 3 phase is equal to SB 3 phase divided by root 3 VB line to line equal to 3 SB single phase divided by root 3 VB line to neutral, that is equal to SB single phase by VB line to neutral, that is IB single phase, exactly the same current basis as with single phase. So fifth one is convert actual values to per unit value. Let us see one numerical. Solve for the current, load voltage. Solve for the current, load voltage and load power in the previous circuit, assuming three phase power base of 300 MVA, line to line voltage base of 13.8 kilovolt, 138 kilovolt and 27.6 kilovolt. Generator is star connected, so its line to line voltage is 13.8 kilovolt. So convert to per unit as before. Note the system is exactly the same here. So we have converted first to per unit. So I equal to 1.0 angle 0 by 3.91 plus J 2.327, that is 0.22 angle 30.8 degree per unit. VL is 1 angle 0 minus 0.22 angle minus 30.8 into 2.327 angle 90 degrees, that is 0.859 angle minus 30.8 degrees per unit. SL is equal to VL IL conjugate or VL square by Z, that is 0.189 per unit. SG is equal to 1.0 angle 0 into 0.22 angle 30.8, that is 0.22 angle 30.8 per unit. So exactly the same we are getting the analysis. So differences appear when we convert back to actual values. So VL actual is 0.859 angle minus 30.8 into 27.6 kilovolt, that is 23.8 angle minus 30.8 degree kilovolt. SL actual is 0.189 angle 0 into 300 megawatt ampere, that is 56.7 angle 0 degree MVA. SG actual is 0.22 angle 30.8 into 300 MVA, that is 66.0 angle 30.8 MVA. IB middle is equal to 300 MVA by root 3 into 138 kilovolts, that is 1250 amperes. And I middle actual is 0.22 angle minus 30.8 into 1250, that is 275 angle minus 30.8 degree. Let us see one more numerical. A 100 MVA 33 kV 3-phase generator has a sub-transient reactance of 15%. Generator is connected to the motors through a transmission line and transformers as shown in the figure. Motors have a rated inputs of 30 MVA, 20 MVA and 50 MVA at 30 kV with 20% sub-transient reactance. 3-phase transformers are rated at 110 MVA, 32 kV. At delta side 110 kV. and star with leakage reactance of 8%. Line has a reactance of 50 ohms. Selecting the generator reading as the base quantities in the generator circuit. Determine the base quantities and other parts of the system and evaluate the corresponding per unit values. So this is the diagram, single line diagram. Okay. So assuming base values as 100 MVA and 33 kV in the generator circuit, per unit reactance of generator will be 15%. Base value of voltage in the line will be 33 into 110 by 32. So three phase transformer rating of transformer is 110. So 33 into 110 by 32, that is 113.43 kilovolt. Motor circuit was, it is 113 into 443 into 32 by 110, that is 33 kV. Reactance of transformer given is 8% corresponding to 110 MVA 32 kV. So corresponding 100 MVA and 33 kV per unit reactance will be 0.08 into 100 by 110 into 32 by 33 square. Per unit impedance of line will be 50 into 100 by 113.43 square, and per unit reactance will be for motor 1, 2 and 3 0.2 into 100 by 30 into 30 by 33 square. So we are going to get these values 0.55, 0.82 and 0.33 per unit. So reactance diagram is like this. We are inserting all the values of the in the circuit diagram. So this is the reactance diagram. So let us see the advantages of per unit system. So I hope the numericals are clear to everyone. Both the single phase and three phase. So advantage of per unit system is first one, ordinary parameters will vary considerably with variation of physical size, terminal voltage and power rating. So while per unit parameters are independent of these quantities over a wide range of same type of apparatus. In other words, per unit impedance values for apparatus like readings will lie within a narrow range. Second one is it will provide more meaningful information. Third one is chance of confusion between line and phase values in a three-phase balance system will be reduced. A per unit phase quantity will have the same numerical value as the corresponding per unit line quantity regardless of the three-phase connection, whether it is a star connection or delta connection. Next next advantage is impedances of machines will be specified by the manufacturer in terms of per unit values. Fifth one is per unit impedance will be referred to either side of a single phase transformer is the same. Per unit impedance referred to either side of three phase transformer will be same regardless of the connection, whether it is star star, star delta, delta star, delta delta. Okay. Computation effort in power system is very much reduced with the use of per unit quantities. Usually per unit quantities which is being of order unity or less can easily be handled with a digital computer. Manual calculation are also simplified here. Per unit quantities will simplify the theoretical reduction and give them more generalized forms. So I hope today's class is clear to everyone. Thank you everyone for watching the video. So let us rewind what is a per unit system. So what we are doing, per unit system of any quantity can be defined as actual value of the quantity in any unit divided by base or reference value in the same unit. So in a large interconnected power system with various voltage levels and various capacity equipments, it has been found quite convenient to work with per unit PU. Per unit is represented as PU system of quantities for analysis purposes rather than in absolute values of quantities. So sometimes percent values are also used instead of per unit, but it is always convenient to use PU, per unit values. Okay. So per unit value of any quantity is defined as actual value of the quantity divided by base or reference value in the same unit. So in electrical engineering, there are three basic quantities: voltage, current and impedance. If we choose any one of them as base quantity, the third one will be the base value depending upon the other two. That is, if V and I are the base values, current will be the base impedance of the system. Z is equal to V by I. Ratings of the equipments in a power system are given in terms of operating voltage and the capacity in kilovolt ampere. So it is found convenient and useful to select voltage and kilovolt ampere as the base quantities. V per unit is V actual by VB. Base current is base current is kVAB into 1000 by VB. Per unit current is actual current by base current. That is actual current by kVAB into 1000 into VB. Base impedance is base voltage by base current, that is VB square by kVAB into 1000, and per unit impedance is actual impedance by base impedance, that is equal to Z kVAB into 1000 by VB square into Z, that is equal to Z into Z MVAB by K VB square. All of you make note down of all these calculation formula, everything. Okay, so I hope this is clear to everyone. Per unit system for single phase as well as three phase system we have seen, and we have seen numericals. All of you should practice the numericals in your books. Okay, all of you practice the numericals in your books. All of you should write in comment section the definition of per unit value. What is the definition of per unit value of any quantity? Okay, just write the definition in the comment section. This will be your today's homework. All of you should watch the video from start till the end and subscribe the channels of all the faculty members so that you will get a notification whenever a new video is made. Okay, so whenever we are posting a new video, you can get a notification if you are subscribing to the channels. And all of you should see the WhatsApp group. Please see the WhatsApp group that we are posting the lectures, and students are not seeing these lectures. It is of no use if you are not watching the videos. Okay, just giving the attendance, then it is a loss of viewers only. Okay, so all of you should watch the complete video, give the attendance, answer the questions asked by the faculty members. I hope today's class is clear to everyone. If you have any doubts, you can ask me, students. Thank you everyone for watching the video. If you have any doubts in first unit, also you can ask me, or in today's class also, or in coming classes also. If you have any doubts, you have to watch the video and understand it and ask the questions in the comment section, or you can ask it in the through the WhatsApp number. Okay, thank you students.